Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And I have been so excited to share this message with you today. You know, with all that's going on in the world, more and more of us are finding it a harder experience to prioritize our self-care and dedicating any sort of time every single day to saying, you know, this is my window of self-love. This is when I move my body. This is when I prepare wonderful food. This is when I dedicate my time to mindfulness. And you just feel like sometimes that time is just getting squished. You're going, where am I? Where am I in this self-care practice? Well, this study is going to hopefully just buoy up your inspiration, make you feel like, oh my gosh, I am going to get back in my game. I'm going to make sure that movement is becoming more and more my jam, because when I move my body, I lower stress hormones. I reduce my chances for more emotional instability, which is so common these days, just hair trigger reaction, feeling that sense of fear and hopelessness. And more as you look at moving your body, but specifically a high intensity way of moving your body. And when you think of that, you're going, oh my goodness, you know, how long is this going to take? It's like, what are you going to tell me now, James? Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. This study out of McMaster's University should, and I don't want to use that word should, but this should really enliven a sense of possibility and hope. I read this and I was like, oh, you guys are going to love this. This is so cool. So basically what they did, and this is a study of over 1,000 people. You know, it's a sizable group, and they range from ages 30 to 65. So that's a nice broad range, and probably most of us fit in that group right there, either side too. But what they basically did, they took a group of 500 people on each side. And basically, one group did 45 minutes of moderate exercise. They bicycled, they ran, they jogged, they walked. It was moderate. That was the intensity. And it was 45 minutes every single day. And they did this for 3 months. Okay? So that's a pretty significant 45 minutes. Like, oh my goodness. Like wow. But the other group, the other 500, this is what they did. They did 3 20-second intervals. So think about this. So 3 of them, but this is a minute of movement. 20 seconds, 3 times of full-on, full-out high intensity. Basically, they were sprinting, whether with a bike, a stationary bike, or run, or anything that was just full out for 20 seconds, 3 times. So a total of 1 minute. So you got 500 people doing 45 minutes, 500 people doing a minute. And they went out and looked at what happened 12 weeks later. Every single one of the people had an improvement in their fitness, their lean muscle development, so their metabolism kicked in, their insulin resistance risk went down, so their cardiovascular health went up. This is beautiful. They also saw an improvement in their cognition and their emotional resilience. They saw anxiety decrease. They saw the neurochemistry associated with anxiety and depression decrease. Both sides. But here's what's beautiful. Both sides had the same benefit, but one was exercising 44 minutes longer than the other group. Now, I know that sometimes I just want to take a 45-minute walk because I just need the extra time and space. But if you're going, you know what? I got a minute today. That's all I've got. And I'm going to give myself an opportunity to just go for 20 seconds 3 times, and I'm going to feel awesome about that accomplishment. You know, we don't give enough credit to all the things that we're working on these days. And sometimes we're just increasing the speed of our life, and we never are really present for all the good that we do, all the love that we're trying to broadcast into the world. But let's not forget the critical nature of broadcasting love inside here first. Your self-care practice, dedication. And this one here gives us an opportunity to say, I've got a minute. You know, as soon as says, oh my gosh, you got a minute? Oh, I've got a minute. And then when you know what can happen over the course of 12 weeks with that 1 minute of work. Now, of course, this is intense. So I want to make sure that you check with whoever you work with. If you're kind of like, oh man, I'm on the fence whether I can handle that, then check with your healthcare provider, because this is intense. This is a full out sprint for 20 seconds 3 times. So let's make sure we're safe. Okay, everybody? Let's not let our zeal precede our safety. But if you're feeling good to go, either groups, right? 45 or 1, this is an opportunity to love and move and create a life that absolutely gives us permission to be expressing the version of ourselves that we know is inside of us and coming out. out on the outside. So with that, much love, all blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.